Greetings, my Nourish 31 family. So I was praying this morning and something came to mind, and I said, I need to share this with my group. So, one thing I want to share is that we all know God made men and women differently. Um, we have been referred to as the weaker vessel. Um, we are to submit to our husband. We can talk about what submit means at another time. But in any event, we're made differently. We have menstrual cycles. We go through menopause. We're able to give birth and carry children. That is not something to scoff at, and it's not something to push down or diminish or just to take for granted, because we are able to do a lot with our bodies, and it's by design. Um, this whole platform is based on the Proverbs 31 woman and just striving to be our best selves, not doing everything the Proverbs 31 woman did, but it's just a guideline to kind of help us along the way. And with those differences means that we need to embrace them. We need to accept them. I think we've gotten, just because of our history, especially as Black women who, we've had to constantly protect our families. Our families were broken up back during slavery times. And so women had to take a stronger role in the family. Women had to protect and had to do that because the men were sold off or they were killed, and then fast forward to imprisoned, families broken up, divorce rates, all that stuff matters. And so, if you are even sometimes you're married, but you feel single at home because you, as a woman and as a wife and as a mother, you're doing all the things and you feel like you're doing it alone. And then you have single moms who actually are doing it alone, hopefully even if you have family to help, but it's still a lot to swallow. And it's hard to rest in your femininity when you are having to be the man, when you are having to make the decisions, whether you're married or single, you can still feel that way. And so we as women have to take that control and say, you know what? I am going to be the feminine woman that God created me to be. And lean on him in those circumstances so that we don't have to be strong and masculine. This isn't about working or not working. If you're a woman and you want to work, go for it. And if you want to stay at home and raise your family, go for it. But at the end of the day, we still have an obligation to ourselves to allow ourselves to be feminine and to soften and to be there for our families in a way that God designed us for us to be. And it's harder when you're out and you're in the hustle and bustle and you have to work and you have to deal with all this chaos and confusion at work in the corporate office, because believe me, I've been there and I don't miss it. But it comes with the territory in a lot of situations. And we still, with all that, have to use that strength that we do have to then soften and be peaceful and be that way to model for our children, boys and girls, as well as for our families and our husbands. So I leave you with this. Think about that. Think about ways that you might have gotten harder just in your tone, in your emotions, patience levels, just in how you react, what tenses you up, what stresses you out, and just try to let that go. Pray about it, breathe, and let it go. Write it down, let it go. Whatever you need to do to let it go, like work on that. Work on being softer, which is a strength, mind you. It's not easy. Most of us find it very difficult to do. It's very easy to pop off on somebody. It takes a whole lot of strength to keep your mouth shut. Can I get a witness? Because I know I'm not speaking to myself. But if you're seeing this, this is your reminder to just take a minute to pause,